Welcome back to the Spoonie Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon the Spoonie Stitcher. You're inside the Stitchery, and today is a vlog. Because it's really random. Here we go. So I was watching Cinnamon Stitches the other day, because doesn't everybody? And she was talking about the new neon yarn at Michael's. I love neon. I love neon yarn. I have to say I do like working in primary and earth tones mostly, but I do like to branch out to pastel and neon. I love neon. Neon is fun. So I went to Michael's and I got the new neon yarn. Well, the ones I had. My Michael's isn't the best at color selection, but they did have it. This one is neon violet. So soft. That's one of the reasons I went. So this is supposed to be comparable to I Love This Yarn. There's a video coming. I won't spoil it for you. We shall see. So this is Loops and Threads, the Michael's brand. And the yardage on this thing is 252. And I paid, well, I had a bunch of coupons and a voucher and all that kind of stuff. So I really didn't pay that much for these. But originally the price is $3.99. For 252 yards, for a number 4, soft, acrylic, that's not bad. That's really not bad. I also got the green one. I don't love that. Never mind. But I got the green one, and this one is limeade. I really wanted the highlighter yellow and the hot pink, but they had neither. So I'm going to get them online. I will not be denied my pink. If you know me, I will not be denied my pink. And yes, I know I have an interloper. It doesn't fit on the blue shelf. It can stay for now. But this is the same yardage and 100% acrylic. 4-weight yarn. Nice and thick. Really is it's a thick 4, but that can be fun. You probably don't want to pair it with Big Twist because I think that your tension might be off since this is so thick and that's kind of on the thin side. So I might use more of like Red Heart with Love or Impeccable or the Hirschner's worsted yarns. That would probably be better thickness wise. And of course you can always use the good old Karen 1 pound if you want to. But while I was there, I heard that Loops and Threads is softer now than it used to be. It used to be I think it was Craft Smart or something. Craft Easy. I don't know. I'll put the name on the screen. And I love this color for skin tones. Is it not beautiful? This is Bisque. And this is the Loops and Threads Soft Classic Acrylic. 354 yards. For the same price, $3.99. That's a good deal. If you don't know my thing about the decimal point, that is how I yarn shop. It's all about the decimal point. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Good, you'll come back. So, this is Bisque, and it is much bigger than the neons. And I'm okay with that, because this is such a great yarn. And it's tiny bit thinner, just barely thinner than the neon. Just barely. I could probably get away using this with Big Twist. Maybe. Especially if it was hair. If this was hair and the body was made out of Big Twist, I think you could get away with it. But I bought this specifically for a skin tone for an upcoming Who's That Tot. That's your only hint. That's all I bought at Michael's. That's all I got. So, yeah, I don't have big yarn hauls all the time. I do go in specifically for what I came for. Now, I did go for 4 colors, and they only had 2. So, you know. Obviously, I will have to get the rest online because I need them. Now, Hirschner's does make the neon highlighter yellow, as you can see. And that is 400 and... Oh, I used to know this off the top of my head. 498 yards? 68 yards? Hold on. It's gonna bother me. So this is the Hirschner's Worsted Neon Lights. Look how bright that is. I love this stuff. And this is Laser Lemon. 489 yards. That is about the same thickness as the bisque. So yeah, you could use that together. Maybe not this color, but you could use the Hirschner's Worsted 8 with the loops and threads. So. First, I want to thank everybody who gave me television suggestions. So you were not the only ones to give me suggestions on things to watch. YouTube did as well. I stumbled across this girl who was reviewing The 10th Kingdom. No idea what The 10th Kingdom was, but I watched her video and she was as spoiler-free as possible, and she was naming all the stars. Anne Margaret? What? Kimberly Williams? Paisley? She wasn't quite Paisley yet, I don't think. John Larroquette? Oh, if you don't know, I love John Larroquette. Night Court? New and old. McBride? I love the McBride mysteries. Love. And then the show he did with Christine Baranski, Happy Family. I'm so mad you can't get that on DVD anywhere. That show is incredible. It's so funny. He and Christine Baranski feed off each other so well. They made a great television couple. Anyway. And let's see who else was in it. Oh, Scott, what's his face? The guy he played Max on Gilmore Girls. He plays a wolf. And he's kind of attractive. And Lucy Punch is in an episode. Diane Wiest is in it. Ed O'Neill from Modern Family. Yeah, he's in it. You will not recognize him, but you will recognize his voice because he plays a troll. But anyway, it's a really quirky, kind of fun show. And I started watching it with my dad. It's a mini-series. You can find it on Amazon Prime. And we like it. I mean, okay, I gotta tell you, never judge a pilot. We have learned this, so we just kept pushing through because the pilot is slow. It's slow. It's like, okay, when do we get to the action? When do we get to the adventure? When do we get to the fun? Pilot episode is not my favorite. And even episode 2 was like, oh, let's keep going. But once you get like halfway through episode 2, then it starts to become interesting. And episode 3 is probably one of the most jam-packed right now. We just finished episode 3, and I think that was my favorite so far. So anybody knows the ending or anything, please don't spoil it for me. I have 2 more episodes to go. But it's a really interesting story. Briefly, if you care, I will tell you. A father and daughter, which is why I wanted to watch it with my dad. It's a father and daughter who end up in basically fairy tale land. And they have a dog with them because he is actually a prince in disguise. And it's a real dog, and it's a golden retriever, and he's so cute. Okay, I'll just tell you. The dad can talk to the dog. I won't tell you why, but the dad can talk to the dog. And they did it Homeward Bound style, not cats versus dog style, which still disturbs me to this day. Homeward Bound style means that the talking was in his head, so his lips don't move. It's not creepy AI. It's a real dog, and they just have the actor do the voice, and then they have the dog, look the correct way or something like that. So, yes, Wishbone style. You remember Wishbone? Yeah, Wishbone style. So, yeah, he's so cute. And let's face it, part of the reason I wanted to see this series was because they're using real animals. Real horses, real cats, real birds. Yeah. I love when they actually have trained animals. It's way more fun than animatronic or CGI creepiness. So they have to travel through the 9 kingdoms to get back home, I guess. I don't know. I just told you where I was. So, and the father and daughter are traveling with a wolf, played by Max from Gilmore Girls, and the dog. So, and everybody's after the dog. So they're always in danger. And it's really fun. And if you like fantasy and stuff. It's really fun. The funniest thing though, my dad asked me to look up when it was made, and so I got out my IMDb app. We were watching the pilot on the day it aired. It aired on the 27th of February, 2000. We watched it February 27th, 2024. That blew my, that was such an accident. I didn't do that, okay? It just happened. We were like, okay, well, let's watch it tonight. It was meant to be. Father-daughter story, father-daughter watching it on the anniversary of the show. I mean, come on. I am also watching TOC, Tournament of Champions. If you don't know, I'm a huge Food Network competition nerd. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Food Network, Tournament of Champions. I've loved it since day one. It is totally my March Madness. Forget basketball, forget football, forget all the sports. This is my competition. This is where it's at. And I know almost all the chefs. I follow most of them on social media. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about this year's lineup. So good. Stephanie Izard is back. Oh, love her. I watched her become an Iron Chef and she blew me away. Brooke Williamson, I love her so much. Antonio LaFossa, Jet Tila. We love him. Oh, yes. Malarkey, Crazy Malarkey. Oh, I love him. He's so sweet. I know he's a little spastic, but man, can he cook. And I am not naming even half the chefs that are in this thing. So I love Tournament of Champions. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really cool. It's really different from Iron Chef or Chopped or any of those other competition shows. It's the best of the best beating each other, and they have one dish. That's it. If that one dish goes bad, that's it. They're out. And oh, the stakes are so high. The money that they win is high. They also win money for their charity on the side. They also get some kind of prize. Usually, one year it was a truck. But it's really cool. And mostly, they get the belt. Yes, they have a championship belt. It's so funny. I love it. So, those are basically what I'm watching. I'm also making my way through some movies so that I have some squares to make. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever told you guys. I make granny squares that have something to do with a movie I saw. Why? I don't know. I may make them have something to do with the movie, like I did at Long Last Love. I made the martini glass because it was in the 30s and everybody was drinking martinis in the film. I may do the colors of the poster like I did with Vivo. I believe I showed those last year for Granny Square Day. If you want to look at that, I might link it down below or at the end of the video. It's pretty cool. I made some pretty fun granny squares. So yeah, I'm starting in January. I started writing down every single new or movie I hadn't seen in a long time that I was watching, and I'm just doing a granny square of them. And I don't know what I will have by the time Granny Square Day hits in August, but we shall see. So that's what I'm watching. What are you guys watching? Tell me in the comments. I would love to know. So what am I making? Well, the granny squares. But I am making patterns for summer and fall. I know, you guys want spring patterns. I get it. But I gotta tell you, tutorials are tough. Tutorials are really hard to make, and the editing it'll wipe you. It'll wipe you out. So, don't know if I'm gonna have very many tutorials this spring. If you can just hold out for summer, stay with me and just hold out for summer, then maybe I can do tutorials. However, I can do videos where I'm just crocheting for myself easily. I can whip those out, which is why I bought this book. Mariah Elizabeth's Create This Book. Yes, this is for artists and people who paint and draw and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna see what can be crocheted. I've never seen anybody do this, but I think it would be super fun. Okay, let's see what we get. Create a test. Test the difference between your right hand and your left hand. Okay, I am not crocheting with my left hand. That would be a disaster. So, new prompt. Create a challenge. Fill this page without using your hands in any way. I do not want to try and crochet with my feet, and I don't want my feet on camera, so no. Create without thinking. Do something to this page without thinking. Okay, off the top of my head, what would I create right now? I'm so blank. So create something without thinking. I don't know. Should I just grab yarn and do it? Let's just do it. See, what color am I drawn to first? This one. Please tell me I have a hook nearby. Okay, good. What am I gonna make? I don't know. Just gonna make without thinking. I believe this was requested last year. Somebody wanted me to just crochet on the fly, which I've done before, but we'll do it again. Let's see, what do I want to make right now? I don't know. Maybe I'll be inspired? I gotta tell you, I am not being inspired by anything, which is kind of sad. How many did I do here? I'm just gonna crochet and see what happens. Genuinely have no idea what this is. It says to create without thinking. So I'm creating without thinking. It's a ring applique. Well, there, we tried. I'm just kind of brain dead tonight, you guys. But I tried to create without thinking. Let's see if we've got anything else in here. Create a page for stickers. Well, that's not helpful. As far as I know, there are no crochet stickers. Although, if you guys, ever figure out how to make, fabric crochet stickers, let me know. I would love to try that. Create an ink blot. Well, I could make splatter. I could do a splatter coaster. That's kind of an ink blot, sort of. So anyway, I want to do some more stuff from this book if I can figure out how to crochet it. I do plan on decorating it as well, because this is kind of dull. It should be exciting and fun. So. Joining two legs to make one piece amigurumi is a great trick. However, it can leave an unsightly little gap in between. We're going to fix that today. Once you've made the second leg, you're going to join to the first leg using the single crochet 2 together. So go under 1 stitch, bring up a loop, go into the next stitch, bring up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, go through all 3. Now crochet around the first leg completely. Once you have crocheted around the first leg completely, join to the second leg in the same stitch that you started the single crochet 2 together, because you're going to do that again. You're going to go in, pick up a loop, in the next stitch, pick up a loop, go through all 3. Now crochet around the second leg entirely. Congratulations! Now there's no unsightly hole in the middle of your amigurumi. Tell me what you guys are watching, tell me what you're making, tell me how you are. I hope everyone is doing well, and I'll see you next time. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. Bye!